Hello, this is Whatcast, and I am Matt. I'm going to continue today with this flat Earth debate that I was doing yesterday from Roger Ledwell's channel, Antarctica Bound Roger, let's call him, right? The only man in the world that can't afford, that's got $4,000, wants to go to Union Glacier, that cost about 40 grand, is 35 grand, 36 grand short of getting there, but instead wants to go to the actual South Pole for 60 grand. When you can't even get you basically can't afford holiday to Spain at the moment, Roger. So, but let's wish him well. He's fucking running out of time. But here he is, hosting a debate, to his credit, I guess, with this weird Hulk bullshit going on in the background, and his little gang of 5 versus Monkey Cat there, right? Let's see. They was talking about satellites yesterday, I believe, when I left off here. I've just paused it and I haven't looked at it since. This is the way I do things. I like to just react as I go along. Max has told me that he was on this before this, so maybe I'll go back and check that out first. But what I do is people generally send me, timestamps to videos, and I just go on the timestamp and start there. Saves me looking around and watching stuff to see what might be interesting, because I made a mistake of watching Mark Sargent the other day to wait to see if any funny guests would come on there, and he just sat there plugging some fucking meat up or something for about an hour, and I was watching it in 3 times the speed, and he was still talking bollocks, perving on some woman. And then Nathan Thompson finally came on, and I've paused it at that point, so I might be doing that at some point. But anyway, let's watch what's going on here.
Which don't represent me at all. That's just wrong.
I just hope you guys could understand that it's more than the shape of the earth, you know.
Oh yeah,
I think that's what you guys are lacking.
JJ, we know trust me, the people that know, we know it's the big picture. We know there's a lot.
We know. The people that are in the know, the flat earthers, we're the ones that know what's really going on. I used to have this guy say to me, he was a flat earther, and I got on okay with him. We did some conspiratorial shows together, like looking at JFK and stuff like this and other things, Boston bombings that he didn't believe was real and stuff. We had like some back and forth and debates and stuff, generally like, cordial. But he always used to say that flat earth was the main one. Flat earth was the most important one because it showed you the depth of the deception of everything and nothing was real. These are obviously of the same mind.
Yeah, I'm talking about the ballers, you know. It's like always attack. It's a game. Most of the people when we're all in the same boat, bro. We all got cheated, on the illusion of election, dude, when they're rigged, bro. Okay.
Monkey, how
your
old
vaccines are poison into population.
Oh shit. Why have I got that on my channel? YouTube does not like that.
Your climate hoax, dude. Your fucking everything's a gosh darn hoax, bro. All you gotta do is have eyes to see, bro. Wake the hell up.
How old, Monkey? How old?
Why is everyone bro, by the way? I've heard this a lot. Like people calling, that you call a woman bro these days as well. Like that's what people are doing in this country as well, mainly. Everyone thinks that they're like ghetto London now. I mean, I'm actually from London, but I don't go in, oh, bro.
How old are you?
Where is credibility at, man? Where'd that go?
Like okay, you can.
Where's credibility at? Someone went to Antarctica and filmed the 24-hour sun that you cannot explain, and you just hand-wave dismiss it and pretend that it didn't make you less special.
You could say that. There's a lot of conspiracy theories out there. Like, I'm not going to lie. I'm a conspiracy theorist myself. That is how I got into Flat Earth, because I heard about it.
There's more.
God, this guy is very much like me.
And I was like, that sounds interesting. I'll look into it. I looked into it, and I was like, okay, it's bullshit.
I mean, you still think they went to the moon, bro? And what about the horizon? Were you about to tell me that was physical again, or what?
It is physical. It's just we don't see the physical horizon. We see the apparent horizon, but there's still a horizon.
It depends. You have a physical and a visual horizon. Yes,
it literally moves hour to hour depending on the atmospheric conditions, bro. It rises.
It never moves. The atmosphere makes it appear to move.
With you when you rise. That's nothing physical. If it was physical,
it does not.
It would stay down there when you went up, and you'd have to look down at it, bro. It's obviously optical. So I don't even know how we could have this debate in 2025.
Well,
I'm just proving a point of where you're coming from, dude.
JJ, I think I need to go on this. I don't think they'll have me on there. I think I'd like to ask JJ why there is even an apparent horizon that's crisp and doesn't just blur into the distance, which is what it would have to be for anything to be flat.
It's a limitation of your human
And then you
eye.
act like we're crazy, bro.
I'm not saying you guys are crazy.
I am.
You're all people, just like I'm a person. We're all people here.
What a concept.
I'm just here to have a conversation.
I don't think that. I think they make themselves crazy by believing everything. The other day on the last podcast I did, I was covering Twatsoid's channel. And the podcast isn't generally about Flat Earth. It's always about random different things and world events and whatever. But I was covering Twatsoid, and they was all talking about the Charlie Kirk stuff. And they, and credit to Twatsoid, he was pushing back on it, on this Sov bloke. But the way that they jump from one conspiracy, all they know is that the real story wasn't the truth. So first of all, they'll speak confidently that this happened, and then it'll be this happened. But that doesn't correspond with that in any way. But it doesn't matter. It's either that or that or that or that one. One of these conspiracies is true, but the real event isn't true. Like, you'll just fall for any conspiracy because it makes you feel like you've figured something out. And Flat Earth is exactly that.
I don't want to.
We're all in the same boat, brother.
Talk
Believe it or
down
not, we have more in common than not,
anything,
dude.
but
So you don't think the thermosphere would burn up the satellite?
no, it wouldn't. But
Why?
also the satellite.
There would have to be. They would have to have some kind of plating on them.
In the thermosphere would transfer to the metal because it doesn't have any atmosphere around it. There's no heat transfer up there at that level.
The satellite is not in the thermosphere.
Well, not all of them. There's satellites at different heights and stuff. But I don't.
All above. All satellites are above the thermosphere. I don't know where you got that from, but
okay. Well, the point is, I don't believe there's an actual orbit going on. Personally,
Why?
I don't actually. I haven't seen.
What do you think's happening then, Rog? Are you a Sataloons man that you think that the NASA buys all the helium? They're the biggest purchasers of helium in the world, and that's because they put satellites up with balloons, and they just randomly circle on a balloon. Look at them! Look at the debris in the sea.
Yeah, I don't believe in gravity, dude. I don't put my faith in.
So Roger, the what was the one the Russians put up? The beeper.
The Sputnik? Yeah, the first satellite.
I don't believe in gravity, dude. I've got no other explanation for the downward acceleration, but it definitely ain't gravity. It's something else.
Put Sputnik up. Yeah. So Sputnik basically just hovered around up there. It just went around with the airflow, right?
How many satellites are currently in orbit?
I don't know, but
what's that bloke called? Shifted reality. They've always got these names. They got this. God, it's like they're all the same person. They've got these names. I know. Sorry. I know the real reality. It's all. This isn't the reality. What all you people, the greatest minds in the world, none of you know anything. The real reality has shifted.
And just probably a good thing, the Sputnik.
There's a lot, right? There's a shit.
Why don't we ever see a real picture of the satellite? Why is it all computer graphics? Too?
Sounded like Muttley then. Couldn't help it.
How about they all smash into each other?
Hold on.
My point is, every time we get a picture of the Earth from NASA, you don't see one fucking satellite.
Hold on.
Oh my God! Did he just say that? You also don't see one car on the road from space.
And there's supposed to be fucking thousands of them bastards.
Hold on. Hold on,
man.
And which
Jesus Christ.
picture of Earth do you believe is real, by the way?
Well, no, hold
on. The 1972 blue marble.
We can show some
which one.
I want to go back to what D-Man said about Sputnik.
Oh my gosh.
Why were a bunch of amateur radio, what's the word? Radio enthusiasts,
ham radio.
You were able to pick up the signal from Sputnik back in the day, like back.
They picked it up all over the place, but
how were they able to do that?
Well, I mean, you could take a. You could take
here's a reality check, brother.
Winds take it.
Straw man argument.
That's not a straw man. Are you kidding me?
Our future's the past, bro. We're way more advanced in the past than our ancestors.
I mean, he
had all
still
the
didn't
technology.
debunk what I said, though. That's what I'm confused about.
They lied to you about your timeline and your technology advancements are a hoax, dude.
They had balloons.
Yeah, technology's a hoax. This thing that he's talking on is just a hoax. He's not really there. Shifted reality, he's there, but he's not really there. It's all technology is all a hoax. What technology has any flat earther ever brought to the world? The greatest minds in the world, flat earthers, the ones that have got it all figured out, that know what's what. Haven't got a model though. Can't explain to you anything could ever be flat, and anything that we see daily could work. None of them can tell you that because they haven't got a model. We don't subscribe to any model. But everything else is fake.
They had
Have you
balloons
ever
in the
seen a
Sputnik
Space
era.
Odyssey, Monkey?
Yeah.
They had balloons in the Sputnik era. I mean, the Germans.
Well, yeah. No, I'm just saying the ability to communicate from far distances was they've had that for way before they claimed they did. Is all.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying.
I mean,
I don't buy it for 1 second.
Even when they released the information about
I don't believe anything I'm told. That makes me smart.
Sputnik. How do you know that that's really wasn't where it was, and it wasn't way lower? You know, it doesn't exactly mean that because they said it was we sent it out into space. That doesn't mean jack shit. They could have just didn't the Chinese just do the same thing and send some fucking stupid thing?
We're in 2025. 95% of all communications is ground based via towers.
That's actually
we don't even need satellites. You know, they make a book, a sci-fi book about satellites, and bingo, we got satellites. It's nonsense.
Yeah, we don't need them. Every channel I watch downstairs comes from a satellite on the TV.
Why
give internet to Africans?
Why do I lose cell phone signal in my city if there's a fucking satellite?
You leave town, you're gonna lose.
Come on, dude.
Your phone doesn't. Are you using a satellite phone or are you using a?
Well, sometimes it can be a carrier too.
I'm using.
It's all ground.
I'm using a carrier that claims to have satellites.
Nonsense, bro. You bought the garbage, bro.
I have another. Right. I mean, not Max. Oh my gosh.
And answer me this: why is there no pictures of fucking satellites,
I have another thing too. So the guy.
I can't believe he keeps asking that. Like he thinks if someone took a full picture of the Earth from space, he would see a load of satellites flying around it. Like the camera would pick them up in that. They've got no idea of scale.
Arthur C. Clarke, right?
Yes.
The Freemason. In a 1945 paper, Clarke was...
That Freemason, Arthur C. Clarke. I used to have Arthur C. Clarke's Mysterious World when I was a kid. It was like a book, and it had all like kind of ghosts and shit in it. It was quite interesting. If only I'd have known he was a Freemason, I'd have burnt it.
He was the first to propose the concept of a global telecommunication system using satellites. So, why are Freemasons out here predicting satellites? Why are they... This was in 1945.
Well, the satellites.
He also helped in the movie A Space Odyssey. So
it's like a big movie. So back to the.
Yeah, we live in a movie. It's the Truman Show. That's real. That's where we really are.
Conveniently enough,
If you go out far enough to see, you could just cut through the sky and go through down the stairs.
I asked for the proof of a globe, and I get satellites and a couple other things that don't really show.
You get the 24-hour sun in Antarctica, and you can go and watch the videos of it in real time. You could have gone on the live streams when the sun was in the sky and they were reacting to the live chat at solar midnight in Antarctica with the sun directly above their heads. But you've just dismissed it and said that it's all bullshit. So why are you sitting there asking for proof of anything if you've already decided that none of it's proof?
The Earth. They show like claims that they made about things they're doing that would have to have a spherical Earth. I need actual evidence is what I'm looking for. What's your best proof? Your globe proof. That was the question originally.
The sun sets.
I mean, I can only tell you guys this so many times. Just basic observations of the sky.
Okay. What observations have you had that are any different than I've had?
You're gonna look up to pretty ground.
Again,
what have you seen outside your house that I haven't seen?
Well, I've noticed that I can only see Orion's belt during the winter, but I can't see it during the summer.
Dude, you wouldn't even have constellations if we were hurling through space millions of miles, never to see the same place again.
Okay, so ignore that stupid point you just made, JJ, about we wouldn't see it if we was hurtling through. Like everything else would stay still whilst we're hurtling through at that direction. Everything else ain't going anywhere. So let's just ignore that drivel that you just said. Even if we're not hurtling through space, you're talking about the shape, right? Please explain 2 points of rotation on a flat plane. Regardless, they are going in different directions, right? They are appearing to rotate anti-clockwise and clockwise, depending on whether you're in the north or the south. But I'll even let you ignore that because you'll just say perspective, which doesn't explain it whatsoever. But just ignore that and tell me why there are 2 points of rotation at all on anything flat.
Again, dude.
That's wrong.
You're insane. Yeah.
Are you saying that the constellations are moving the same with Earth the whole time?
So it's all moving
every single one of them.
We're a giant dick floating in the space and the infinite nothingness.
We're rocking to the arm of the Milky Way galaxy.
The way this is insane to me. And I've had this with Flat Earthers for 4 or 5. I've not been in this as long as most people, right? And I don't obsess over it. It's something that I'm in a big period now of pointing and laughing because they've been massively proven wrong and can't accept it. That's why I do so much Flat Earth content at the moment on YouTube. But they've always said the exact same things. Oh, you think we're hurtling through space? All of the things they say, spinning space ball, blah, 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 blah. And at the same time, they think we live on a flat disk that they can't explain, that doesn't work, that they can't make anything work on, with a glass dome over the top of it. And they say that with a straight face, whilst laughing at other alternatives that the basic observations do work on. Insane.
Yeah,
do you understand?
We've got the stars inside as with rocket moving is moving, and do
we have any evidence of this?
Is there any upper? Are we going up?
Do you
the
understand?
truth of the matter is, if you weren't,
are we going up? What, in space? Which direction's up then, mate? I want shifted reality to talk.
If you weren't ever told this or taught this bullshit, you would never believe it. You have a default.
Yeah, but you believed. I wouldn't be so sure because you believed some prick, probably the yoga teacher with his 200 fucking proofs, like every other prick that watched that and just believed it without checking any of it, that we live under a glass dome on a flat surface with, for some reason, a floating sun and moon going round above us and stars that are just there for decorative purposes.
Oh, and that's flat and stationary.
How fast do they say the Earth is spinning?
It feels like
1,000 miles an hour at the equator. Do you think somebody who was just dropped on the Earth, had no knowledge of NASA, would think the Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour?
They could do the math on it.
15 degrees.
And even
with water, with bodies of water that don't move, completely still, and you're telling me the Earth is fucked. Put water on a basketball and spin it. What the fuck?
Are you really going to?
Jesus Christ! Did they really think that's a good argument? I just can't believe it's like I don't know these people. I barely know. I've never spoken to any of these people, to be fair. But I'm more familiar with Roger because he's Antarctica bound, or as he would call it, Antarctica. But are the others baby fluffs? Are they just? Is it because this is entry level nonsense?
Bring this up. You were going to be this goddamn dumb.
Because that's fact.
Oh, let me guess.
That's what it is.
15 degrees, not 1,000 miles an hour. You know, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard as well.
Oh, how fast does your drill spin? If you look at the speed of your drill spin, do they tell you on the box that in miles per hour or rotations?
Basketball's a container.
Saying that the Earth spins at 1,000 miles an hour is stupid. It spins at one rotation.
That's what they say.
No,
see what I mean?
Rotation per day. That is very
slow.
what
that's like saying
1,000 miles an hour.
Bro,
okay, no.
Bro, you don't know your model. Look it up, dude.
It's like saying
you don't know your model. He's completely right. It spins once per day. What's wrong with that? That's exactly what they claim. It's so funny. It's so funny that they say the things that they say. Like if the Earth didn't spin at 1,000 mile an hour at the equator, which is like if you're gonna have to do put a speed to it, that is the speed they've put to it in relation to other things, right? So if it didn't, why would they say it did? Why would they say it? Why would they say it was going through the universe, chasing the sun, as they always said? Because David Weiss says it. They will just parrot him and pretend they've never heard of him. That's another thing they do. You're just parroting David Weiss. Who's David Weiss? I've never heard of him. Fuck off. You've all watched his videos and you're repeating everything he says. If none of these speeds were real, why would they say they were? Why would they bother? They would just say, we're going through the universe at 3 miles an hour. Like pricks like you could never disprove that. Pricks like me could never disprove that. Like, why would they say the speed? Everything is relative, so it doesn't matter. Like these people, they're so mind blown by big numbers. It's like if something's constant, it's irrelevant.
This dude, okay, carpet they sell it in the square yards, but if you go to Home Depot, they'll sell it.
What does that have to do with anything?
Just listen to the analogy, jackass. Okay.
See, why is he? This monkey cat has been nothing but. These people are hypocrites. He's been nothing but respectful. They've been interrupting him the whole time, and then he's like, "Listen, jackass."
Off, JJ.
Dude, don't be a prick,
that's
bro.
why you can't do that.
I'm being civil, bro. Just listen to my analogy. And
I'm being civil by calling you a jackass.
then tell me to fuck off after I'm done.
No, don't tell anybody to fuck off.
Well, where were you, D-man, when he just called him a jackass?
It's just the least common denominator, dude, okay? It doesn't matter if you sell it by the square yard price or the square foot price. Now, it's going to sound a lot cheaper if I tell you by the square foot because we're talking cents instead of dollars. And people are gullible enough to buy it and think that...
Yeah, but you're not gullible. You just fell for the stupidest fucking hoax on the internet.
Oh, it's only 32 cents a square foot rather than $6 a yard, okay? It's the same thing. 1,000 miles an hour is the 15 degrees per hour. It's the same damn thing.
So why have you got an issue with him saying the other thing then? Why do you want it to be 1,000 if it's the same fucking thing regardless? Just accept the 15 degrees then. Because you know it doesn't sound as fast, therefore doesn't make your point as well. 1,000 miles an hour.
But you guys are so ridiculously intellectually dishonest that you got to argue about nothing.
Yeah, it's semantics.
Oh my God. Imagine being this indoctrinated. Yeah, we want it to be 1,000, so we know it's 15 degrees and once per day, but we're going to call it 1,000 because then when idiots come along that don't know the topic, that sounds fast and then they'll agree with us.
Argue about nothing.
Wait. I have another
that
thing,
had
Monkey.
nothing to do with what I was about to say.
Monkey.
You just interrupted me with some bullshit.
Yeah, I want to hear what he's got to say. Let him speak, and then I'm going to probably end this for the day. But I'm enjoying this.
Monkey,
Can I explain?
Monkey, why did Buzz Aldrin confess that we didn't go to the moon?
Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Why would he say that?
I was...
Full disclosure, I was a moon landing denier.
I was in the middle, and now you're just bringing up Buzz Aldrin.
Look the video up, though. This is not false.
Go there. Wasn't he telling the little girl or something?
Oh, my God.
All
right, can I...
Yeah, because he was like, why didn't we go back?
I love the way that Monkey Cat still hasn't made his point from the last topic and they've jumped back to the moon landing. This is a really fair, cordial conversation, right?
And he's like, because we never...
Holy shit. Can I get like 5 seconds?
Yeah, we're giving you proof. We're just giving you proof. I mean,
we're giving you proof, and you're not. He
wants all shifted realities in the conversation. Shifted reality.
Mathematic proof. Can you pull up some algebra and make it sound good?
Please tell me how that had nothing to do with what you're saying. Please do.
Let me talk, or this is completely pointless even being here.
Just busting your balls again.
Get it, bro.
Okay, so you guys are like, you say it spins at 1,000 miles per hour, which is completely bullshit.
No, I looked it up. It says it's 1,000 miles an hour. It's moving at 1,000 miles an hour.
Again, I can't get 5 words in before you guys just start dogpiling me. Like, okay, I'm
serious.
Globe Earther here. Can I at least get the stage for like 5 seconds here? Then I'm gonna go because I have other people I want to talk to.
It says the daily rotation speed.
Let him speak.
Which is up to 1,338 miles an hour. That's what it says at the equator.
Okay, listen.
So it's going 1,000 miles an hour. It says right here. I just looked it up in 4 different places.
So if you were to be standing on the end of a analog clock, right?
Yeah.
And you were sitting at the end of the hour hand, right?
It's going. Yeah.
The Earth is spinning at half of the speed of an hour hand on an analog clock.
And it's going 1,000 miles an hour.
Yeah, but that's not that fast compared to everything in the universe.
You don't think we've ever heard this fucking argument, Monkey?
Shut up, JJ. I'm talking.
If you're so bored of the argument, Roger, why don't you just let him fucking say it and then shut it down with all your expertise rather than talking? You're fucking idiots over there. Keep interrupting him, fucking shifted reality prick. And this other knob.
Dude, fuck off. Dude, you're a broken record, bro. You think this is our first rodeo? You don't think we ain't heard this argument, dude? You're trying to preach.
Oh my God. I've had enough. Well, this is how it ain't our first rodeo. I'd speak to any of these dickheads, but not 5-on-1 because I'm a control freak, so I don't like being muted and blocked and spoken over. It just annoys me to the point that I'd probably just fuck off and go and do something else because it's not at all like constructive in any way. Yes, I'm hoping. I keep saying this. I've been live once. I've got to figure out a few little snags, but I'm hoping to start doing more live streams soon. So I'll be having guests on. If any of these people are watching now, keep your eyes open for my lives. I'll let you jump on. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you'd like to support the channel, buymeacoffee.com/whatcast. If you'd like to support the channel, become a member. And yeah, just basically follow me and share the video. And what's that fucking thing when I don't even know what it is? Hype. Do that. See you later.